Bangladesh is voting in its first election since the 2024 uprising that led to the collapse of Sheikh Hasina's government.
This is after nearly a decade and a half in power, and that ushered in an interim administration in Bangladesh. Now, with the Awami League barred from contesting, there are two major political forces vying for victory in these elections. First is the BNP, led by former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia's son, Tariq Rahman, and then the second is the coalition of Islamist parties led by Jamaat-e-Islami.
Now, the opinion polls vary widely, though most give BNP the lead, with some suggesting a knife-edge race. Over 127 million voters are casting ballots to elect 300 lawmakers directly, with a further 50 women chosen from the party list. A total of 2,034 candidates are contesting the election. Voting is being conducted across 43,000 polling centres, housing approximately 260,000 polling booths.
These are live visuals coming in from Bangladesh. This is Dhaka, and it shows a large crowd, Diksha, doesn't it? Clearly, there is a lot of enthusiasm. Majority of the youth is out to vote, cast their ballots. They've played a major role in reshaping Bangladesh's political leadership.
Absolutely, Shivan. And this is a very crucial election. And we say crucial because, as you've rightly mentioned, this is the first election after the 2024 ouster of Sheikh Hasina. And as we can see, this is going to be a very consequential election with the implications ranging far beyond Bangladesh. And of course, the race right now, as we understand, is between BNP, led by Tariq Rahman,
whose poster we also see behind in the backdrop.
Right, people have come out in large numbers and the enthusiasm is quite palpable.
All right, going across to our reporter, Siddhant Sibbal, Assistant Director of Foreign Affairs, who's there on ground, joining us from Dhaka. Siddhant, tell us where you are and give us a sense of what you're absorbing on ground.
Well, I'm in one of the key constituency where we will see high-profile voting in a short while from now. But I will give you the color of the voting here, the election process here. First, I'm standing at a location where there are a lot of rickshaws, and these rickshaws are becoming the color because they are being used for campaigning for last few days here in Bangladesh. All rickshaws have pictures and posters of candidates, but let me speak to them first. They speak a little bit Hindi. So आपने वोट किया और कैसा लगा आपको वोट कर?
बहुत अच्छा लगा वोट देकर.
अच्छा, और आप बताएं?
हाँ जी.
अच्छा, और आपने वोट दिया तो कितने बजे आए सुबह आप?
सुबह 6 बजे आया इधर.
ओके.
अभी तक वोट नहीं दिया.
अच्छा.
दूसरे लोग को वोट केंद्र के लेके आया, बाद में देगा.
अच्छा, बाद में देगा. So that's the view from the ground. Many have already cast the vote. Many are going to. In fact, the WION team has been on ground since 6 a.m. The voting centers opened at 7:30 a.m. local time, and since then we have seen long queues. Many of them voters who have said that they have a lot of hopes with the new government, a government they hope that will bring stability in the country, especially deal with the economic challenges. And focus,
right,
of course, for many first voters is to bring a change in the political structure as well, because they're voting in the referendum as well. They're casting their vote on the referendum that puts a limit on the Prime Minister's term.
Absolutely, Siddhant, and you briefly mentioned, how the voters are resonating with the key agendas that different parties are putting up. What do you think are the key concerns? What are the voters telling you will be the deciding, factors which is going to influence their decision today?
Well, two things. First, of course, is the economy. For many of them, it's the issues like price rise that, of course, dominate the agenda. The other, of course, is a new political structure for the country with the referendum, and also in terms of a break from the past. Many of them who I have spoken have expressed their disappointment over past few years. Many have criticized the Hasina government. In fact, on the ground, it clearly looks like there is no presence of Awami League, and for the BNP, that is an advantage, because it looks like the Awami League voters have now shifted to the BNP. There is an edge for the Jamaat as well. Many voters who I have spoken to are very enthusiastic about the Jamaat, which is getting support of many other parties, including the Students' Party. But of course, politics aside, today is the day where the voters are casting their vote, and many of them are these voters who will be not only casting their vote but give a direction to the political future of this country.
Siddhant, stay with us. Let me now cut across to other ground presence in Dhaka, joined by Mohammad Zaidur Rabi, journalist from Dhaka. Zaidur, tell us, what you're absorbing on ground. We've seen a good amount of presence and a lot of the live visuals coming in. A lot of the youth, as you had also mentioned when we spoke earlier, give us it with nearly 40 minutes into the, I think 1 hour into the polling now. What have you observed?
Yeah, in the centers, people are increasing. Some have given the votes already, and they're very enthusiastic. I have someone with me to talk to right now. If you so I have this voter with me who has just voted. Now, please share your experience with us about the votes and everything.
So basically, it's the third election. It's happening in Bangladesh. So I just around 10 minutes ago I put my vote, and it was very wonderful experience that we are the new voters are enjoying the vote and giving our rights to the government, and the people are enjoying that, and you can see the people, all the people from all house. Okay,
as he was just as he was talking about the Gen Z voters, the youth voters, they're very excited to vote, and most of the voters, the first-time voters especially, they're very enthusiastic. They're taking photos, they're taking snaps as they're leaving the polling centers. So it's a very festive situation around here. Everyone is coming to the polling centers.
The excitement is quite palpable, and it is coming through to the studio as well. Now, we would just like to cut across to Siddhant Sibal. Siddhant, how are voters reacting to this election this time around with the stalwarts missing from the ballot? Sheikh Hasina, Khalida Zia's absence. How do you think that has been registered by the voters this time?
Well, it clearly looks like the Begum versus Begum has now gone to Rahman versus Rahman, with Tariq Rahman, who is the BNP leader, versus Jamaat's Shafiqur Rahman, who is the Jamaat leader. So it's Rahman versus Rahman. They're not exactly missing both the Begums. For them, it is a break from the past. It is a new politics in the country, and that is something that many voters have welcomed here.
Siddhant, also very quickly, there are international election observers. There's a major international presence there in Dhaka. For India, one understands it's our immediate neighborhood. But what brings in so many international voices and observers to come and watch this election so closely?
Well, globally, there's a lot of enthusiasm. In fact, there's a big contingent of EU observers on the ground. And of course, they are closely watching the development, each and every development on the ground. And not just from the EU, but from other countries, including from the region. There are a few from India as well. And the interest is primarily because this election is seen as break from the past in many ways. The government is, of course, leaving no stone unturned to make sure that the message is gone out that election can be conducted by them in a violence-free atmosphere. So far, in last 15 days, there haven't been any major incident of violence, and that, of course, is a development that the government sees positive, and that is something that they want to tell to the world, including the many foreign observers who are already present on the ground, going to various booths and having conversation about the conduct of the election, whether it's free, fair election. And we have seen statement recently by the UN as well. But a lot of security. In fact, my camera person can just show you in a short file how security has been enhanced. There's one security team just passing through our live cameras in this particular constituency. So that's the visual you'll see across the city today. The rickshaws with the color and of course security in full force.
Siddhant, thanks so much for getting us the latest. We'll let you go for now. Please continue traveling across Bangladesh and get us the pulse from ground zero as we have our ground presence deployed across Bangladesh. We have Siddhant Sibal and also Zahidur Rabi who will bring us the latest. We'll connect with them a little later from now.